I'm going to begin, Dave, just by asking, I mean, the film is completely and utterly ridiculous, and I mean that in the most kind of complimentary way possible.
No, I don't mind that at all.
How important is it that audiences go into this movie with the right frame of mind and know what they're sort of getting themselves in for?
I think it's pretty important. I don't know if we set them up for it. I think if they watch it, they start watching it, and we kind of ease them into it and show. I think right off the bat, we show that we're not taking ourselves too seriously. It's not a comedy by any means. Well, it's a popcorn movie. It's supposed to be a fun movie. It's not something you overthink. We're not. It's not a documentary. It's a fun movie. So I hope that everybody kind of just has fun with it. But I don't know how to get the word out there to prepare them. But I think always word of mouth helps, and I think that's it. This is just a fun film. It's an action thriller. So
what was it that initially attracted you to getting involved?
I think that opportunity of playing an action hero. I had not really had that opportunity to play this guy before, and I'd been searching for it for a while. And I thought, there was some real opportunity here. And I had worked with Scott Mann before on another film. And so I thought it would be great to step in with him, and I know that he would give me a lot of say in what we do, and he would let me collaborate a lot. So I think I just looked at it as a real opportunity to play an action hero with some heart.
Did you know much about football or soccer before getting involved? And have you got a team yet in England?
No, I didn't know much before, and I haven't learned much since. And I never want to be that guy who pretends to know something about something he knows nothing about.
I do that my whole life. That's all I do.
I can't. I can't live life that way. But it's just, in all fairness, I just don't really follow sports. I follow boxing. That's my sport. It has been for a long, long time. Otherwise, I'm not really that guy to sit down in front of a TV every week and follow a sport.
And of course, I mean, even though you're a great action leading man, I was obviously spent some time with you on the set of Stuber, and that's obviously a slightly different sort of movie, veering into comedy.
Yeah.
Is that kind of conscious decision for you now to try different genres and sort of show off your range as an actor?
I don't know if it's about showing off range for me. I think it's just about, I just want to cover the broad spectrum. I think, I like to consider myself a character actor. So it's really, I just want to be able to tackle everything, and I want to be able to. Best example I can give is when I went in to audition for the first Guardians with Sarah Finn, she was talking to me about Lee Pace, and she said, "Lee's amazing. Lee can do anything," and I think that's I want somebody to say that about me, and so I think that's what it is. I want people to say that Dave can do anything. He can step in any role, and you will lose sight that he is built like a gorilla because he's a good character actor, and that's what I'm after.
But have you found that to be a bit of a challenge to overcome that stereotype? Because when you come out of the sort of WWE, it's so easy just to go stick him in action movies.
Right.
But I mean, has it taken a while for you to really say to people, I can do more, I am capable of doing more?
It took years, it took years, and it was actually the first Guardians that opened up those doors for me and got people to look kind of past to my size and my background. But that's what I've been after all along. That's why I passed up a lot of these type roles when I was first starting out my career, because I didn't want to get typecast and being that guy. And now I'm searching for those roles. I want to play action guys because I think I've proved my point that I can step into dramatic roles and I can be that guy, and I can also step into humorous roles and be that guy. But now it's like the action guy I feel like I haven't proven myself as, so I'm after it. And this will kind of be the kickstart of it.
And my final question, obviously, I'm not going to ask you where you stand on the James Gunn Guardians thing, because we know, if you follow him on Twitter, we know that. But I'm more interested just in the aftermath. I mean, you've kind of been very vocally outspoken against a studio that effectively you're contractually aligned to. So I'm just wondering about the feedback or the repercussions that have come since then, and if you had any hesitations initially in being sort of vocal about your opinion.
No, I'm aware that this could possibly cost me a job that I care for very much. But at the same time, it's an integrity issue. It's also a loyalty issue. So no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to bite my tongue for anything, and that's just who I am as a person. It's not. I've tried to actually, be very choosy about what I say and the way I say it. I don't necessarily mean to be disrespectful, but at the same time, I have to. Say what's on my mind and in my heart, and so I've just been honest, is what I've been, and that's just the way I live my life as an honest person. So it is what it is, and if it costs me a job, then that's just what happens. I always think like you can't threaten a poor man with poverty. You know, I grew up poor. I know what it's like to be poor. I'm not afraid of losing money. It means nothing to me. I will wrestle in backyards in front of 10 people if I have to make a living. So I'm not going to be flexible with my integrity. I'm just going to speak my mind and try not to be disrespectful. And that's why I always say, and I make sure that this is directed at certain people, and like not Marvel, not any of those execs who I love very much. But anyway, so that's just what it is. It's my integrity as a person, to be honest. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks so much for your time, Tim. I appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey